Welcome back to Floyd's Fantastic Cars. It's been a long time since I've done a review, so I'm terribly sorry about that. I was working on a really big project that eventually got canceled due to several delays, and we're back with another review, and yeah. Thailand has finally released Ernie Gearson. To be honest, I think he probably should have been released much earlier on. And I just have to say, Thailand did an amazing job with this. Actually, maybe it's a good thing that they didn't release him earlier on. The new expression I also like. It doesn't really look like the Thailand Claude Scruggs from 2020, where the expression just looks completely different from the actual China release, and it also doesn't look like James Clean Air. Actually, maybe it sort of does, but I think the grill makes it look a little better. I don't know, I'm not really that much of a fan of how Thailand James Clean Air's expression is. And another thing is that they actually corrected Ernie's color to be a bit more light, sort of like how he is in the movie. Also, is it just me, or did they make his artwork a little bit more blue? I don't know. His color always has looked a little bit more like aqua blue, not just like straight up light blue. I did also include some other Spearmint cars. So there's also the Cars 3 Ernie Gearson, Nick Shift, the Spearmint Next Gen, and the only other Spearmint crew member I have that isn't just straight up a custom, Ernie Gearson's crew chief, Ernest B. Rakes. I do not have the pity, of course. That costs, like, that is really rare. I probably am not going to get that anytime soon, assuming that, like, the price just keeps on going up. But here we have Ernie Gearson. And yeah, I didn't say this before, but this is actually from 2025, if you didn't know. So this is actually really cool. So I'm reviewing the first ever 2025 release. And yeah, there is a big improvement on the design. I can't tell if his number is changed or not. It looks like it might be like a little bit more slanted. I know for most of their cars, Thailand makes the numbers bigger, but I don't actually think they did this for Ernie. The card artwork behind Ernie Gearson, unfortunately, Mattel no longer changes the artwork for whatever reason. But yeah, it's the exact same one that was in 2022, 2023, 2024, and now 2025. On the back of the package, there's other cars, such as Billy Oil Changer, Sally McQueen, Sheriff, Winford, and Strip Weathers, aka the King. Now let's get Ernie out of his package. This is one of the messiest openings I've ever done. There we go. Now we can get Ernie out, and yeah, he looks much better out of the package. Wow, look at this accurate color. This just looks amazing. Actually, yeah, the expression, I don't know why. I think it might even be the same as the Thailand James Clean Air expression, but like, I don't know why. It looks a lot better on Thailand Ernie. And now that he's out of his package, let me look at this to try to see some of the differences, because I do believe they changed up his hood. Like, oh wait, yeah, they did. So around this tire, I don't know if this is accurate to the movie, but around the tire in the middle of the Spearmint logo, he has like this sort of white shine around it. And the snowflakes look a lot more white. That might just be because they're bigger, in which I do believe Thailand sized them up, because on this one they're almost like barely noticeable. So I don't know if the tire should have that sort of white shine around it, but either way it looks very amazing. Now, on this side, the leaf looks a lot brighter on the Thailand variant, and again, you can just see how the color has been brightened up a lot. The contingency sponsors, yeah, unfortunately, it's still a little bit grainy, so, yeah, not nearly as clear as the China one, but still not that bad compared to Thailand's other older releases. This Spearmint logo in the corner doesn't seem like it's changed that much. And now that I think about it, I don't think the number has changed, at least not on this side of him. Now on the back, yeah, it does seem like they sized up this 93. And I don't know why. Something about these leaves here, it feels like I've never noticed that before, but yeah, they definitely look a lot cooler on the Thailand one just because of how much more bright everything is. The Spearmint over here, again, doesn't look like it's changed that much. This leaf looks a lot more bright in comparison to this one. Like, in comparison to this Ernie, this leaf seems a lot brighter than the one on his left side, because there's much less of a difference between the two here for some reason. Actually, is it just me, or did they size down Ernie's leaf? The contingency sponsors, I think, look a little better on this side. Of course, Thailand still has that problem with making the axles a little bit too short, so they don't really reach out. Which I don't think is a problem, actually. I think it looks just fine. The only one I think does look a little weird is whenever they do the Aiken Axler mold, and then for some reason like the wheels are just sticking out if you just put it on its side. So I don't actually think this is that bad. They did actually fill in his mouth, which is a nice touch. I don't actually think they did this with his other, or like with their other releases of the Claude Scruggs model. And, unfortunately now Ernie's color doesn't really match as well with Ernest, but it's fine. In fact, I think Ernest even got a darker blue than regular Ernie. So unfortunately now the Ernie and Ernest color is a little inaccurate. And the Pity Piccolo Perry, I have no idea why they decided to name him that, but it's still cool. I believe he does have the exact same color as these two, just with a little bit more white. And yeah, this wasn't actually that long of a review, so to wrap things up, this Ernie Gearson looks like 10 times better than his previous release. I think brightening up the color was a great choice. And all the logos also got brightened up. I think that was pretty cool as well. And I hope Cars 3 Ernie gets a release soon. He is a really, like, forgotten paint job of Ernie Gearson, at least, like, from what I understand, this paint job is, like, a really forgotten one. So I hope he does get a release from Thailand. And I hope Thailand releases, like, any of the Cars 3 veterans, because they seem to just have forgotten about them. Luckily, this year, Thailand is releasing all the other Cars 1 racers. So, yeah, we're also getting Ryan and Eugene, and I believe that's it. Also, I forgot to mention this earlier, Happy New Year's. At the time of filming this, it is December 31st. So, yeah, it's crazy that basically 2025 is already here. It feels like just a few months ago, maybe, it was like, I don't know, like February, May. It's just crazy. But Happy New Year if you're watching this. And there is Thailand Ernie Gearson. I hope you enjoyed this review, and if you did, make sure to like the video and subscribe to my channel if you want to see more of my cars videos. And goodbye.